we're standing on the first tee here. We got, I mean, you're familiar with the course again, so we kind of know what we're heading for, but a little dog leg left. Tell me what you're thinking.
Yeah, so our last little outing, I hit a pretty decent 3-wood. I'm going to stick with my 3-wood again, but I'm going to try to aim a little bit more left. Didn't realize how quickly that water came up, so I want to first avoid that. 2, with that trap in the middle of the green on my approach shot, I kind of want to set myself up for a fairly decent approach. Now, I don't know where the pin is today, but if I'm a little bit more left going into the green, I don't have to worry about that trap as much. So, 2 reasons I want to be aiming a little bit more left. First, take the water out of my tee shot. Second, give myself a little bit better angle into the pin for the second shot into the green.
Okay, so a couple more things here. You hit the shot that you see in your head right now. Are you thinking baby draw, dead straight, or power fade?
Ideally, it'd be nice to have a little bit of a baby draw.
Okay.
But a straight shot would be fine. For me, there's a group of big trees here on the left. I think if I could hit it right at those trees, my drive will be over top of them or slightly right of that.
Okay. Now, 2 more things. Just your perfect shot. Where's it going to land? I mean, you talked about the ball flight, so I know what the ball flight's going to do, but where is that ball going to land as far as what you're looking at right now? Is that going to be in the fairway, or are you aiming, I mean, you said you're going to aim over the trees, but...
Yeah, we'd like to fall in the fairway probably about 100 to 110 yards out from the green.
Okay. For
a full stay-on wedge or 56-degree wedge in for me.
Okay. Last thing. You missed the ball. Where are you going to miss the ball?
I'm going to miss it on the right side of the fairway.
Okay. Perfect. Walk me through this now. What you got here, yardage, your club, what's your ideal shot, what's going to be your miss shot again?
Well, like you said, I mean, I'm pretty much where I wanted to be, with the exception of not being in the fairway, but unfortunately the rough's not very long, so it's not too big of a deal for me. I have about 90 yards in, so I'm going to use a 56, about a 3/4 56-degree shot for me. I want to get the ball up in the air for sure. On this one, I don't want the ball to be moving too much once it hits the green. So for me, my miss is going to be a little bit to the left. I've got a lot more green to the left than I do with the right. Plus, if I'm to the right and I miss, I'm likely to be in trap or with a difficult chip.
Okay.
So
how far is, you hit a full 56, how far does that go about?
About 110 to 115.
Okay, so yeah, you said about 75, so that's good. Now, it looks like we don't have a perfect lie in the rough, unfortunately. It's kind of sitting down just a touch.
Mm-hmm.
And you want the ball to get up in the air. You want it to kind of stop and sit. With this lie here, we can get it up in the air, but when it hits, it might roll out a little bit. So we just got to keep that in mind. So you might have to play a little less and let that ball kind of release and roll out. So that would be the only thing I would say as far as adding. I like, as far as your ideal shot, your missed shot were great. And then one more thing, just make sure we go through the same routine with your pre-shot, your in-swing, and then the post-swing routines.
Okay. All right, let's see what we got.
What are you thinking as far as hitting?
Looking at this, it's a little. I have an uphill lie, and I have a somewhat downhill slope on the green. For me on this one, I don't have a ton of green to work with from me to the ball, the fringe to the pin.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give this one a little bit more of a chip than like a little chip and run.
Okay.
So my goal is to land this about a foot to 2 feet onto the green and let it trickle down the rest of the way.
Okay. What club do you have right there?
I have a 56 on this one.
Okay.
This is a pretty normal club for me to make my chips with. When I have a distance of maybe, I don't know, 10 to 15 feet between the green and the pin. Beyond that, I'll probably use a normal pitching wedge.
Do you have the pitching wedge here?
I do.
I would let's try something a little different. I think that's kind of what we're out here for, is to experiment a little bit. I'd say let's grab the pitching wedge for this shot.
Okay.
And what I want to work with, I know you said you want to land the ball like a foot or 2 on the green.
Mm-hmm.
Since we went from a 56 to a pitching wedge being about a 47 or 48 degree loft, so we're going to get the ball a little lower. It's going to hit the ground running a little bit quicker. So with that being said, I kind of want to land it maybe a foot, no more than 2 feet, 1 to 2 feet on the fringe.
Okay. So like right in the middle of the fringe, you're thinking?
Yeah, because what we're going to do, it's going to land soft. But when it lands soft, it's going to kind of release onto the green and roll out. Because like we did with chipping, I want to get the ball rolling as soon as we can.
Okay.
So let's keep that in mind. Let's try and focus on getting the ball about 1 to 2 feet, or right in the middle of the fringe. And it looks like we kind of got a little right to left slope a little bit.
Yep.
Maybe another foot, just a foot to the right of the pin.
Yep.
Is that what we're looking at, kind
Yep.
of?
And I think if where I want the ball to stop on this one, since it is a slight downhill and a slight right to left, I'd rather finish the ball below the hole on this one.
Okay, yeah, that's good. All right, let's see it.
All right.
And don't forget, let's just keep in mind as well from the other lessons of keep those wrists quiet, forward hands, yeah, just like that. That's perfect.